Off in a little white cottage among the vines, and when he was ashore to walk in noisy, friendless cities with the streets so crowded that he was frightened to cross them, when he had been used to silent paths and the mountains and the sea. So now, earlier when he was in his hometown, he was always surrounded with his friends, family, and people were always there for him. But now, in this new place, in big cities which is crowded, but still he feels very isolated as he was not having any friend over there, and he used to feel very scared when he crossed them as they all were strangers to him. I supposed it had never struck him that Asia, which he looked at every evening, it was like a fairy island in the sunset, to see what the weather would be like next day, or Vesuvius, pearly in the dawn, had anything to do with him at all. But when he ceased to have them before his eyes, he realized in some dim fashion that they were as much part of him as his hands and his feet. So earlier, when he used to see the sunset and the weather of Vesuvius, he never realized that it would be so important for him when he was in hometown. But when he came to a new place, he the sight of those places made him realize that they were essential part of his life, just as his hands and his feet are part of him. In the same way, those places, those memories of his hometown were also a part of it, his body. He was dreadfully homesick. He used to miss his hometown very badly. But it was hardest of all to be parted from the girl he loved with all his passionate young heart. But the biggest loss of coming to a new place was to be away from the girl he loved, the girl with whom he was engaged. He wrote to her in his childlike handwriting long ill spelled letters in which he told her how constantly he thought of her and how much he longed to be back. So, when he missed the girl he loved, he used to write letters to her. Here we should note that the letters were in childlike handwriting, as he was not, he used to write in a very childlike handwriting, long ill spelled letters. The contents were not very correct. They were all, the spellings were very, there were many errors in the letters, which tells us that he was not very good as a student, or maybe he was not highly educated, due to which he was not very good in writing letters. He used to write letters to her telling her that how badly he missed her and how badly he wanted to be back so that he could get to meet her. He was sent here and there, to Spezia, to Venice, to Bari, and finally to China. So during his military services, he was sent to different places all over the world. Like he was sent to Spezia, then from Spezia to Venice, then from Venice to Bari, and lastly he was sent to China. Here he fell ill of some mysterious ailment that kept him in hospital for months. So in China he was suffering from a strange sort of disease, due to which he was hospitalized for months. He bore it with the mute and incomprehending patience of a dog. So here the tolerance capability of Salvatore is compared with the patience of a dog. Just like a dog tolerates everything in very silently without complaining, in the same way Salvatore also tolerated his ailment in a very uh, patience patientful manner. When he learned that it was a form of rheumatism that made him unfit for further service, his heart exulted, for he could go home. So, here it is very important to note down that when he was aware that he was suffering from a disease which is rheumatism, a sort of pain in the joints, he was very happy, as now he could get an excuse to go back to his home. He was not at all scared of this disease. He was not sad. He was not worried. Rather, he was very happy that now he would get a chance to go back to his hometown. And he did not bother. In fact, he scarcely listened when the doctors told him that he would never again be quite well. What did he care was when he was going back to the little island he loved so well and the girl who was waiting for him. So he was not worried about the verdict of the doctors that he will not be able to get well again. He was not at all worried about it. Only the thing he was worried about was that now he would be able to go back to his hometown and he will be back to his family members, his friends, and especially the girl he loved. And he was wondering that the girl might be waiting for him. So now, when he would go back to his hometown, she also would be very happy to get him back. When he got into the rowing boat that met the steamer from Naples and was rowed ashore, he saw his father and mother standing on the jetty and his two brothers, big boys now, and he waved to them. So now, when he was in the rowing boat which took him to his hometown, and he saw that his family members, his mother, his father, they were all standing and they were all there to receive him. His two brothers, which now are very grown up, he waved to them. He was very happy to see them all. His eyes searched among the crowd that waited there for the girl. Now he was, after seeing all his family members, he was wondering where the girl was. His eyes was only looking for the girl. He could not see her. There was a great deal of kissing when he jumped up the steps, and they all, emotional creatures, cried a little things when they exchanged their greetings. So after meeting their family members, they were very happy. They exchanged the greetings. They were very happy. They greeted each other. They hugged each other. They were happy to see each other. He asked where the girl was. After exchanging the greetings with them, with the family members, he inquired where the girl was as he was not able to see the girl. His mother told him that she did not know. They had not seen her for 2 or more weeks. His mother told him that she is not aware of where the girl was as they have not seen her for more than 2 or 3 weeks. So in the evening, when the moon was shining over the placid sea and the light of Naples twinkled in the distance, he walked down to the Grand Marina to her house. So after his mother told him that she is also not aware where the girl was, he moved to her house, which was located in the Grand Marina. She was sitting on the doorstep with her mother. He was little shy because he had not seen her for so long. He asked her if she had not received the letter that he had written to her to say that he was coming home. Yes, they had received a letter. Now he saw, after coming to her place, he saw that the girl was sitting on the doorstep with her mother. She was not alone, she was sitting with her mother, and he was feeling very shy because they were seeing each other after a very long time. During these times, they have not met each other, and so he was very shy to see the girl after so long. He even asked her that why you were not there in order to receive me. Have you not received the letter in which I have written that I am coming, I am arriving? So they answered that yes, they have received a letter, and they had been told by another of the island boys that he was ill. They also told him that they are also aware about his illness as they were informed from some other island boys. Yes, that was why he was back, and was it not a piece of luck? Oh, but they had heard that he would never be quite well again. Along with the news of his illness, they have also heard about the doctor's verdict that he would never be able to be well again. 100% healthy. That is, he won't be able to be as he was before. In the same manner, he will not be healthy again and he will be suffering from the same disease throughout his life. The doctor talked a lot nonsense, but he knew that very well that now he was home again, he would recover. Doctors have given him verdict. Doctor have told him that he should go home. He should quit the job because he's not fit for the further services. And but Salvatore was very determined that now, as he is back to his hometown, he will be able to recover from his illness and he would be again quite well. They were silent for a little. They all were silent. There was no conversation. The atmosphere was all silent.